What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the 1982 film Made in Britain, which is Tim Roth's film debut. I love Tim Roth. I love him in everything from Reservoir Dogs to Hateful Eight. Pretty much have not seen a role of his that I did not like, and this film is no different. So the movie stars Tim Roth as a misguided youth who's like a neo-Nazi skinhead guy. And he's getting himself into trouble all the time, and he ends up going to court. So the film opens up with him in court. Very amazing, nice steady cam tracking shots of him like walking through, into the courtroom and just being a really smug piece of shit. And I think that's like the thing with this kid. He's a son of a bitch, but he's kind of likable. Not as likable as like Alex from Clockwork Orange, who I think is like a very likable guy. And I think that the narration has something to do with that, because he kind of like has his arm around you the whole time, whereas this is just like Tim Roth being an asshole, liar, motherfucker the whole time. And you get lots of examples of him throughout the film being just like a piece of shit. But like, again, he is a neo-Nazi skinhead dude, but he's not like, he never really does or says anything like too insane. When I put this movie on, I thought it was going to be like American History X meets Romper Stomper and just like heavy duty insane racism and stuff. And I'm also a sucker for films about like neo-Nazi skinheads. So movies like Romper Stomper, American History X, fucking trying to think of another one here, The Green Room, which I watched recently, which is a fantastic film. But Tim Roth gets sent to this like boys' home or like this youth detention center, and he goes there, and he's basically warned by the teachers, like, listen, you son, or the people there, like, listen, motherfucker, like, straighten up or you're gonna go to prison. Like, you are going to go to prison if you do not straighten up. And he's just like the whole time like smiling at them, being like a really cocky motherfucker, and to the point where you're kind of like, dude, like, just like, listen to these people. And the one guy, the one teacher tries to like give him a bit of a break, and he's like, we got a kid here that is really into crash up derbies or like racing. If you can behave, basically, we'll let you drive a car. And he gets to do that, but during their adventure out, he steals the program coordinator's keys and then uses that in order to break into the records room. So this kid that he's staying with, roommating with, is this black kid. And Tim Roth and him are like always doing like these little half-ass crimes together. Everything from stealing cars to huffing glue, which was hilarious. Never really seen that in a film like that. Like, because like I've heard of like sniffing glue. I've never sniffed glue personally, but it was interesting to see it done on film. Like I think in Point Break, there's like guys that are like sniffing aerosol or something, but I've never seen like a kid like pour glue into a Ziploc bag and then sniff it. But those two guys are chumming around, and like they break into the records room, and Tim Roth is like the only kid that can read in this, not the only kid in the building, but out of him and this black kid, he's the one that knows how to read. So they're in the records room reading the records, everything that the parents said, probation officers, guidance counselors, teachers, everyone whose opinion on the matter would have been on record are in these files, and he's reading them. He's reading the black kid's files as well, and Tim Roth is like, piss on this, and then he's like, I'm gonna piss on this, you shit on these. So now you got a kid shitting on his records, you got Tim Roth pissing on his records, and then Tim Roth like turns the fucking light off on the kid, and the kid in the room, he goes, I can't see to wipe my ass. It's just, I don't know. I love the way English people talk, because it's just this very fun sort of way, very like matter-of-fact kind of way of talking. But that leads them to steal the van that's like, like the detention center's van where they go on events and stuff like that. And they drive around and they go to this person's house that is responsible for Tim Roth being there. They smash the shit out of his windows. Even a bunch of people down the block, they're smashing windows. And then they drive off. Tim Roth crashes the car in front of a police station. And the black kid, like, hits his head, passes out in the car. Tim Roth leaves him in there, throws the keys on him. The cops come out, think it's him that did it. And then Tim Roth, he runs off to his you know, his old like social worker, his actual house where like his kids are sleeping and all that. And he's just like throughout the whole film, like he uses like the I'm a juvenile kind of thing. And even he gets in trouble at the center at one point, and this other counselor comes in, and he does like this insane chalkboard graph kind of thing where like you start off at your mom and dad's house, you go to school, you miss some classes, you get a youth social worker. If you don't listen to them, they send you a summons. Then you go to court, and then it's like this vicious cycle. It's almost like the recycle logo. I really did like that scene especially, and I love when the one guy comes in and he goes, "You got to go to the bathroom." And he's like, "I've gone on the wall." It's like, dude, what the fuck, man? Oh man, so it was a good one. It was a short film. It was a TV movie, so there wasn't too much to it in way of violence or anything like that. But I did like the scene where Tim Roth is in like this tunnel, like a underground highway sort of thing, and he's walking down the middle of the street, and he like takes his shirt off, and all he has on is like suspenders and his pants and his boots, and just looks like a total badass with all of his tattoos and stuff. I think he was supposed to be like 16 in the film, but in reality he was actually like 21 or something like that, like in real life. So yeah, it really made me want to rewatch Reservoir Dogs, because I think that might be my favorite Tim Roth film. I love the scene where he does the commode story. I actually used the commode story. Like I basically, I didn't plagiarize it, but I used the premise of it in a high school project. And I think the teacher knew, but I didn't give a fuck, because I didn't say, like, it was close. It was, if you've seen the film, you would have known, but if you didn't, you'd have just been like, whatever, it's kind of like whatever, story about a weed dealer. But really good stuff. So I appreciate everybody for watching the video. Make sure you leave a 666 in the comments. Check out Made in Britain. It is on TV, or on YouTube rather. And with that being said, adios.